Andrew Romine leads off the bottom of the 4th inning. The Tigers leading 2-1 early on, as we're joined down in the dugout by Justin Verlander. And Justin, thanks for joining us. This is once again just a fantastic season for you. You've really turned it on, especially in the second half. Have vaulted once again to the Cy Young conversation. You're pitching for a team in the wild card right now. How much fun is this for you these days?
It's a lot of fun, man. It's this is what you play for. This is what you work so hard for in the off season and during the season, is to be in this playoff race. So we're in the position where our destiny's in our own hands. So hopefully we continue to play well and end up with a chance.
Nothing to do quickly to Romine. Mondesiu's had a pretty quiet day defensively. 1 out.
Hey, Justin, I thought it was a great sign when you pitched at Minnesota, and after the game, you felt like you didn't have your best stuff, and you had 11 punch-outs.
It's just, I had my curveball, and I kind of stuck with that for most of the game. That was working for me, so I got a lot of punch-outs on that. But, a couple of my other pitches I wasn't executing quite as well as I would like, which is why my pitch count started to climb up. When I was missing, they weren't really swingable, and when I was throwing them over the plate, they weren't quite executed, so guys were fouling off a lot of balls. So usually like to go a little bit more than 6 innings, but we got the win that day, so I was happy about that.
Let me follow up on what Aaron asked you about pitching this time of year, and I know you've come out and said you love pitching in big games. How is it different for you, the feel of being on the mound this time of year?
It's tough to explain. It's like the intensity, the focus. It feels like every inning is 2. Especially in the playoffs. You feel like, I remember the first playoff game I threw, I came out after 2 or 3 innings, and I felt like I'd thrown 6. It's just the mental grind that goes on and the intensity that's in every single throw is just amplified so much. But then when you're done and exhausted and you've been successful, it's a great feeling.
Justin, we're seeing a lot of Toledo Mud Hens in the rotation this year for the Tigers, and boy, they are doing that logo proud. Fulmer, Boyd, of course, Norris here today. What's it been like for you, the ace of this staff, watching these 3 youngsters be such a major reason why the Tigers are where they are right now?
Yeah, it's been different. This is kind of the first time in my career we've had a bunch of young guys in the same staff, and I guess it's a little bit more of a mentor type role to kind of taking them through the grind of a full season, and it's been a lot of fun. These guys, we wouldn't be here without them, and this guy too. They've been tremendous. They go about their business in the right way, and it's been a lot of fun to watch, man. It's you see Norris today, and what Fulmer's done has just been incredible, and Boyd stepped in and filled in. All of them. You can say great things about every single one of them.
You mentioned being a mentor. Did this come about naturally? Did they approach you? How did all this come down?
I guess it just kind of came about naturally because, I remember what it was like going through the grind as a rookie, and these guys have a lot of questions. They're great about asking questions, and I've always been an open book. So anything that I can impart upon them to help them through this 162-game season, which isn't easy. I think the most important thing is finding your routine and talking to them about how I found my routine, different things that I tried along the way.
Back-to-back base hits. Iglesias with 1 out, followed by Kinsler. Tigers have something going here at the bottom of the 4th.
Well, let me ask you about Daniel, because to me it's easy to see. Love his arm action, the carry of his fastball through the zone. But after that 2nd inning, which was a grind, Kansas City made him work. The way he's bounced back these last 2 innings, tell me what you see today from Daniel. Yeah,
I think being able to bounce back and calm himself down the mound, I think that's the biggest thing for him, is staying calm, not let his emotions get the best of him. He's a guy that expects excellence from himself, and that's fine. But if you don't execute every pitch, you don't have to get upset about it. We all make mistakes sometimes. It's just moving on, turn the page, move to the next pitch, try to get it out. And when he does that, man, he's got great stuff. Like you said, his fastball's got a great ride through the zone, and his off-speed stuff's great. So, it's a lot of fun to watch him pitch and just kind of go through his routine. That's what we've kind of been talking about, him and our pitching coach Doopy. Just find your routine, set yourself on the mound, envision the pitch, and then deliver it, and then turn the page after that.
This is Maben at the plate with a 2-0 count now. Justin, you pitch for a team that has one of the most feared lineups in the American League. It starts at the top with Kinsler, Cabrera, Martinez. Maben having a fantastic year. The other Martinez, now Upton. What do you learn about pitching watching these guys work at the plate?
Don't throw it down the middle. These guys are fun to watch on the daily basis, man. It's really incredible to see guys every single day. It's easy to see the highlights and be like, man, that guy's great. Look at all those great highlights. But in reality, when you see guys every day like Kinsler and Maben and the grind and Cabrera, that's when you garner a real respect for those guys and what they do.
Speaking of Maben, into center field. Iglesias making the turn. Orlando's throw up the line. And the Tigers extend the lead. It's now 3-1 Detroit.
And when we talk about the best offenses in baseball, we talk about the Red Sox, the Tigers. I talk about Justin Verlander because every time he comes out, it's amazing.
Unbelievable, man.
You think DiMaggio had a hitting streak?
I'm just going to keep this thing on the whole time, and I'm just going to sit over here in the corner, and maybe I'll chime in, do a little color analyst.
Justin, I didn't want to jinx it when you came on, but I'm beginning to think you're jinx-proof.
Justin, we were watching a replay of your cheerleading skills, by the way. You can't see that, but take our word for it.
Not bad.
Brings in Miguel Cabrera. To the backstop. Oh, shoot. Kinsler staying put at third base.
Probably a good decision the way that ball trampolined back to Sal Perez.
Do you like my color dropping right there? Oh, shoot.
He sounded a little biased.
At least he kept it clean.
That's true. I was wondering about that.
That's always a tough decision for the runner on third. And Cameron Maben knew he had plenty of time to get back to second. He was almost third himself.
So Tigers threatening with 2 on. 1 out. Justin, before we let you go, we wanted to talk to you for just a brief moment. Every Saturday home game this year, you've been hosting veterans from Veterans Affairs medical centers throughout the state of Michigan. The veterans, along with their families, watch from your personal luxury suite. Food and beverage provided courtesy of you. Veterans receive a personalized welcome letter from yourself. Verlander's Victory for Veterans t-shirt and a Wins for Warriors baseball cap. Oh, this obviously means a great deal to you. Can you tell us more?
Yeah, it really does. This is something I started maybe 5 years ago with the suite with the veterans and their families, which I think is an important part. And that kind of snowballed. I wanted to do more. I wanted to give back. And we're in this great free country playing this game. And I know it wouldn't be the case if it weren't for these men and women that are overseas protecting our freedom. So I wanted to get back, and that's what started Wins for Warriors. I launched that a couple years ago, and it's really going great. Our goal is to empower veterans and their families in the community. So we're partnering with other charities. We have a big race in downtown Detroit on November 6th. Anybody that comes out is going to a great cause. It's going to support veterans. So go to winsforwarriors.org if you want to help, if you want to join, if you want to just help in general. So it's something that, like you said, I'm really passionate about, and I want to give back as much as I can. And, it's something I want to do when I'm done with the game of baseball. So I'm really excited about it.
Well, Justin, fine work on the field, terrific work off the field. We're going to let you get back to being a cheerleader now that the base is full.
With the bases loaded, you're going to kick me off the air with one.
Right. He doesn't want to leave. You can stay on. Your job's not done yet.
All right. Keep that headset on as long as you want.
All right, guys. I appreciate you having me. Tom, Aaron, thanks.
Thank you, Justin.